Bitcoin is being absolutely gobbled up off of exchanges right now as a feeding frenzy of whales is taking place. Incredible amounts of Bitcoin are being withdrawn from exchanges. Demand is sky high and red hot right now, and your chance to accumulate Bitcoin under $40,000, it's running out because there is a good chance that Bitcoin is going to double in price in the next 2 months. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, I will share my reasoning for why that could happen. My name's Lark, and every day I make videos to help you make money investing. So if that is what you want to do, then subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, smash up the like button, and make sure you catch all of my videos. By the way, that insane Femex promotion is still going. So if you want to get your $750 Bitcoin trading bonus, then head over to Femex and get signed up. You'll also get 10% off of your fees when using the link down below in the description. So definitely take advantage of that offer if you are a trader. It's a crazy good deal for getting involved and trying out the exchange if you haven't got an account yet. So let's get into the charts. And actually, you know what? We're not going to be looking at, the daily charts so much, or the 4-hour chart and that stuff. What I want to show you today is to take a look at some historical data on Bitcoin market corrections in order to put our current market correction in some context for you. Now, in 2017, during the bull run, we had multiple occasions where Bitcoin underwent massive corrections. You can see here that we had 6 corrections of around 30% or more during the 2017 bull run. Now, 2 of those corrections were quite short-lived, only around 2 weeks, but 4 of them lasted for 5 to 7 weeks. Now, I'm counting the end of this correction as basically the time when the price went on to make a new high. So not just breaking out of the downtrend and consolidating, but actually going on to make a new high after, peaking out and then bottoming out. The average price gain after the consolidation period ended was around 100%. So where are we now in the current bull run, and how does our historical data stack up versus what we see happening now? Well, the first thing that I think we really need to point out here is that this is really our first 30% plus, bull market correction. Just the first one. Remember, in 2017, there were 6 major corrections of 30% or more. This is literally the first major bull market correction. That's how early we are still in this bull market. It's very exciting. Second, let's look at, some more mechanics of this particular correction. So we had a 32% peak to bottom price correction, which fits very well into the overall trend that we're seeing here. Currently, we are 28 days into this period of correction. We have just broken the downtrend. We're entering into the consolidation phase of this now, which is very exciting to see. Now, the average time for one of these, entire cycles to take place is around 47 days approximately. Of course, that means we could have about 2 more weeks of consolidation for Bitcoin if we base it off of the average from the previous trends. Now, to be clear, it could move sooner, it could move later, but that's simply the historical trend of when we saw on average the breakout happening and Bitcoin going on to start claiming new prices. But if we do stick to that trend, then we should see Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high on the 24th of February. And by all-time high, I mean like $42,500, not like, crazy numbers. We'll get to crazy numbers in a second. But the next big price target for Bitcoin, that's what we're getting excited about. That's what we're really, really watching out for. So that comes after that initial breakout period. Now, on average, the price of Bitcoin gained around 100% after breaking out past the previous highs following a correction and a consolidation period. Now, on average, it took around 40 days for that to happen. So in this scenario, that would give us a per unit price of $84,180 on April 5th. Is that exactly what is going to happen? Obviously not. It could happen sooner, it could happen later, it could bump higher, it could bump not as high, but this kind of general approximate direction in terms of the lengths and the how far we're going to go up is exactly what we're looking at here. So this could play out over the next month or two, but this is the historical data of how these corrections play out. Remember, this is only the first major bull run correction. Just the first one. We still have a long way to go for this market. So very, very bullish things we're looking at here. I also want to share this chart with you from ARK Invest just to kind of give you that feeling of where we are in this cycle. It shows a hypothetical model of where the price of Bitcoin could go during this bull run based on the 2017 trends. So this chart is showing what 2021's bull run could look like if it had a similar run to what we saw happen in 2017. You can see that little bump on the left above the numbers 2018. Yeah, that's the last bull run peak. That's what it's going to look like in the not so distant future. The red dot on this chart, that is the equivalent of where we are right now. So if we are following that same pattern as the 2017 bull run, not that history repeats obviously, but this chart does certainly give you some food for thought of where we could be going. And there will be multiple corrections along the way of, 20, 30, 40%, but it's going to be a crazy ride. Now, if you think that this is too crazy, that can't happen. It's $390,000 on this chart, right? That's a big peak. Well, this is exactly what happened in 2017. Nobody thought it was going to go from $1,000 to $20,000. That's exactly what it did. And maybe you're going to say, but Lark, that number's too high. It'll never happen, right? Well, I disagree. Of course I disagree. 6-digit Bitcoin, it is going to happen. And it's going to happen this year. Prepare yourselves for 6-digit Bitcoin, guys. The demand has never been higher for Bitcoin, and the supply has never been scarcer. Remember that big Bitcoin conference that ended yesterday? Yeah, that thing. 1,400 institutions attended that event. Now, the effect may have actually been immediate because just today we have seen withdrawals of mass amounts of Bitcoin from Coinbase. We saw lots of 604, 619, 655, 667, 763, 797, 815, 887, 1,990, 2,001, and 4,500 Bitcoin. That is just the last 12 hours. Just the last 12 hours. A total of 14,298 Bitcoin have been bought and moved out of Coinbase by whales. There is a strong possibility that this is institutional buying, since Coinbase has become the preferred place for corporations to be buying Bitcoin. That is $500 million worth of Bitcoin purchased and moved off the exchanges into cold storage during one 12-hour period just today. Man, that's crazy stuff. I mean, come on. Is it a coincidence that almost more than 14,000 Bitcoin were bought the day after Michael Saylor's Bitcoin conference? I don't think so. I don't believe in coincidences like that. Now just wait until the other firms from that meeting get their accounts set up, get legal to sign off on, get the boss to sign off on, whatever it might take, and they start buying as well. My guess is that we're going to see a few $1 billion bought and removed from Coinbase probably over just the next week. To be honest, demand is red hot for Bitcoin right now. Don't let this lull in the market fool you into thinking otherwise. I mean, we could be doubling in price by April. That really could happen, guys. It's that crazy of a market right now. And the Bitcoin whales, they just keep piling up. So Bitcoin whales with, holding 1,000 or more Bitcoin, that number just keeps soaring upwards, providing more clear evidence that institutions are piling into Bitcoin right now. Oh, sure, it could just be a bunch of random billionaires, but most likely the majority of this buying pressure that we're seeing right now in terms of the whale accounts and these massive withdrawals that are happening is companies, hedge funds, family offices, and other institutional players. The level of demand from these particular organizations, incredible right now. Our accumulation period for Bitcoin is coming to an end. Soon I'll start making videos. Your last chance to buy Bitcoin under $40,000. It's coming, guys, maybe next week. Anyway, your question for today. Do you think that the price of Bitcoin could double by the start of April? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.